Hey everyone, this is Angie. Who wants a cute and unique box today? It is a Christmas box. You know I'm on a roll with Christmas. I don't know. I'm going to throw Thanksgiving in there. I haven't done any Thanksgiving. Maybe another Halloween. I don't know. But I've been really on a roll with Christmas. And you know how I love Christmas and I love creating stuff for it. So this is what I'm sharing. It is a triangle box, but look how sweet it is. This one, I've made triangle boxes before, but this one's a little bit bigger. This is actually 4 inches long. And let me tell you just about how. It's 2 3/4 inches deep this way. I'm not going to open it because it's just so cute, and my ribbon is just so cute. And I'll show you how it opens and everything in a minute. This just flips forward, and you can get your treats in there. But it's really easy to do. You're going to really be surprised. But this is what I'm sharing today. So if you are new to my channel, my name's Angie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I post on Tuesdays and Sundays. And I did throw in a little card this week. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. I posted it on Thursday. And yeah, I'm really into the Christmas spirit. So I'm waiting for the weather to change, though. We're still in the high 90s here. But this is what I'm sharing. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell and all this stuff. Comment and give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I would appreciate it greatly. Okay, so let's get started with this. I am using Granny Apple Green for it. This piece is 9.5 by 8.5. And then we are going to be matting this. I cut all the pieces and everything that we are going to use here out. 2 matting pieces that are 3 7/8 by 2.5. And for those of you who are new, I put an inspiration sheet on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. And you can go there and you can download and print it. It has all the measurements and supplies needed for this. And then I am using the branching out dies again. I love these. I did 2 in Granny Apple Green and 2 in Real Red. And then we're going to use the Elegant Tag Topper Punch. If you have any of the Tag Topper punches, that'll work. This one is our newest one. I think that's everything, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Let's just go ahead and stamp our little sentiment here. By the way, this sentiment is from the Signed Design Bundle, which comes with the punch. So I love this one because this is all year round, y'all. It's got Happy New Year, Trick or Treat. It's got Be Sweet. It's got Thanksgiving, Birthday. So it's a great one, and I love the punch with it. And then I'm using, this is the branching out dies. And these are the 2 dies I'm using. But y'all, if you haven't gotten these dies yet, I got the whole bundle, which is really pretty, the stamp set as well. But look at these dies. You're going to see some stuff with these dies too, because I absolutely love them. And they are all stitched, and these also came with that. So that is what we're using for this whole thing. All right, we're going to stamp, and I'm stamping with Secret C. By the way, if you are new and you haven't seen this little magnetic die holder, it has saved me from losing lots of little dies here lately. I'm always losing the little ones, and because when I'm doing a video, they're scattered while I'm doing it. So it's really been nice to have that. It's linked in the description. All right, so I'm just grabbing a piece of basic white thick, and I'm going to grab my mat. And on this type of stamp, it's really important to condition it because there's a lot of solid. And you can see how beautiful this stamped for me. There's no little gaps or anything in it. So make sure that you do condition these. I've shown it a couple times in videos, but I'll tell you again how I do it. You have to use one of the plastic erasers. I'll try to remember to link these in the description too, because it's the plastic ones, and you have to use a plastic. Don't use the other, because the other ones have abrasive in it and you don't want to ruin your stamps. But you just rub it over this whole stamp like that. And of course it's going to have little pieces on it. And just take I use a microfiber cloth here, and I just wipe it off. And you'll have your stamp condition It really, really helps in the stamping. So I do it with all my photopolymer. So we're going to use Secret C. I'm going to stamp that up really good. And then I'm going to stamp it. And I do, because there's so much ink on this, I do hold it down just for a couple seconds. But look how beautiful that stamps when you condition it. It really does make a difference, especially when you have solid, a lot of solid around it. So we're going to go ahead and punch that out. This is such a cute bundle. I love it. All right, we're setting that aside and we are going to make our box here. So we are going to score this. And we are going to score this on the 9.5 inch side. And you're going to score it at 3.5 and 6. And then you're going to flip it on the 8.5 and you are going to score it at 2.25 and 6.25. This is it, y'all, for this box. You're going to do a little bit of hand scoring and I'll show you that here in a minute. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'll grab my ruler here. And on this middle one here, it is 2.5 inches. So you want to mark this at 1.25. Just put a dot there or whatever just to keep you exactly where it is. And do the same on this one at 1.25. And then we are going to just score this. And you're going to score it to this corner right here. So this is what forms the triangle. So score to that corner. And this is like an upside down V. And you're going to score it to that other one. And you're going to do the same on both sides. Just flip it around. Score it to that corner. And to this corner. I love these unique boxes, different shapes and stuff like that. It really makes a big difference. People really think, you know, it was a lot of work and hard to do, but it's really easy. So we're going to cut all 4 of these corners off and save these because these are big enough to cut your little branching out pines and any other kind of die you have. You want to cut anything out, these are big enough to do that. The branching out dies, the actual pine dies, worked really great with this, for this. And then you're making use of your scraps. If I have a little piece, I don't save it. I'm going to be honest, I used to save them all. But then it got just so overwhelming. I was like, they have to be big enough to be able to cut dies, your dies used for little things or... All right, so that is what you're going to have. Now we are going to take our tag topper punch and you are going to punch this. I'm going to do it on this side here because that's how I'm going to fold it up. So you know it is bigger here than the punch, so you have to slide it in and under here. And you want to make sure, one thing is that it's pretty even on both sides here. You can see there's about the same amount of cardstock. And then just punch it. And then you're going to do the same on this side. You want to scoot it in underneath there. I always look down on it like this. Make sure I got about the same. And then you punch. And then you're going to have a lot of little itty bitty parts. We're going to get rid of that. And you're just going to take your scissors and you're just going to clip straight across. It's really easy. All right, so now what you want to do is we're going to sharpen these score marks. I think I want to do it this way. When you punch it, there is a side to it. You can tell a difference which side you punched and not. Then we're going to just take these, and you want to sharpen these really good. And we are going to adhere one side only to this. And I'm going to tell you a different way that you can do this as well. I'm going to go ahead and use my wet glue, and you're just going to make sure it gets all the way down to that corner. It doesn't matter which side that you glue down. And you're just going to pull it up, and you're going to see how it's going to start looking like a triangle. So you want to do both sides. Got a little carried away with my glue there. And you can also, if you want, you can put Velcro dots on here and here, and you can close it that way. But I am going to use the ribbon to close it because I thought, you know, it's going to be easier for someone to open it just by punching. So I'm going to use my little, you know, this whole punch assortment. Have you all gotten this yet? Because y'all, it's been on back order for forever, off and on. So it just went back in stock, and I know a lot of you have just gotten it. But this 1/8 inch hole punch is everything, and I love these other two as well. I don't know if you can see it, this one, and it's a little slot there. All right, so I am going to go ahead and I am going to punch holes in this. And I'm going to mark this just for my own good. I'm going to punch down here and here. And it's so much easier if you mark it. You'll get it a little bit nicer. And then I'm going to just hold these together because you want them to match up. And mark your other two. And then punch those. And then you have it where your ribbon's going to fit right through there. I'm going to grab the ribbon. Let's go ahead and mat it first. So I guess I'll use my wet glue because I got that out here. You can use your seal for this. I did for my other one. So we're going to mat this. I didn't tell you what designer series paper, but this is the same one I used on my last project, only it's the opposite side. This is the other side right here, and it's called Traditions of Christmas. I'll have it linked in the supply list because this is gorgeous paper. Every single front and back is just gorgeous. All right, and then this one. You need to scoot that one over a little bit. I got to make it right, y'all, because I use these boxes. All right, so you want to make sure these are even again. Grab your ribbon, and I am using this beautiful red ribbon. It's the red ribbon, and they're calling it the shiny ribbon, which it is shiny. It's really pretty. This is how it opens, and yeah, we're going to just go ahead and string our ribbon through here. And I'm going to make sure I have enough because I want to do the bunny tail bow on this. Is it the bunny? No, it's the bunny ear, I think. I keep calling it bunny tail, but I think it's called the bunny ear, where you just grab two. Let me go ahead and I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to go ahead and tie a little knot here. And it's where you grab both pieces like this, because this is shiny on one side. And so then I want to tie this. You're just going to cross it over. Let me see if I can get it right. Sometimes my tails are going the wrong way. No, got it this time. But it makes a really nice bow. There is Bella. So we have someone coming to fix our fence, so that's what she's barking at. She will not let you in near our house, or she's really good. I don't know, I can't say she won't bite if you're nasty, because she probably would. But yeah, anyway, she's a good dog. But yeah, there's the bow. Now let's grab our Merry and Bright that we stamped. She's definitely a barker though. When we first got her, she wouldn't even let my kids in the house. She would not stop barking. She was really bad. Well, now she knows them, but... All right, we're going to set that in the center. I love it because it has that secret C going through here. That's why I use that, and it really stands out. All right, let's grab our little pieces here that we cut, and I'm going to grab my wet glue. And we're just going to add these underneath. And it's easy to add because it's popped up. So I'm going to add these on this side. And then we'll do this one. I love these branches. I love anything pine and the branches. It's just so pretty. So like that, and then we're going to add these little red berries. And I also added some of our pearl dots. Okay, so we do that one, and then this one. I like these to kind of stick out. It just makes it look so pretty when it's like sticking up. And then let's grab, that's what it looks like right now, and then let's grab our little antique pearls, and we're going to put some of these on. I'm going to put one big one. I'm going to put them up here. I love these antique pearls, and I don't know, it needs a little bling at Christmas. And then we're going to use a couple small ones. I'm trying to hold it so you can see. It's kind of hard when it's that triangle look. Oops, that's a big one. Oh, don't stick to that. And then we're going to do one here and another one up at the top. It just adds that little bit of bling I think it needed. So there it is. I hope you like this one. It's so cute and it's so fun. You just fill it with a small gift, some goodies. Here's the other one. And yeah, I think it'd be really fun for the holidays. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.